We are live, and the game is underway here already between the Salt Lake Shred and the Colorado Summit. Colorado here with the disc first. Wait, switch. And a deep huck here to Colorado is perfect, and an easy goal to start the game for the Summit, who shocked the Shred last year, beating them at home. Last year we beat them on the road, but they beat us at home. Shred looking to avoid that, but not a good start. And an easy, like literally 10-second goal for the Summit. What's up, Jared? Welcome in. Cubs probably lost. I haven't even been watching that game because I've been watching the Jazz and the Shred. Yeah, Cubs are getting destroyed. GG's Silver. Yeah. Let's thinking bullpen games, man. We have to do them because Myome's injured, Assad's injured. Hopefully the next two games will be a little bit more competitive. We'll see. Bullpen games suck for the Cubs because our bullpen is mid, but yeah, it's over. I'm getting the game on my TV. Okay, Shred here with the disc. Looking to score fast to tie it up. Jordan Kerr pressured here. Kerr's going to do a reset here over to Braden Emberhart. Emberhart, we can backhand here. Come on, hit Kerr. Swing it. He swings it to Kerr. Kerr looks deep. Kerr, nice shot inside here to Miller. Miller, resetting to McKay. McKay. Good haven't lost since week 1. This is week 12 in the UFA. There's 13 weeks. They got this game, and then they play the Minnesota Wind Chill, the defending champs, at the end of the year. If they win one more game, they get the West 1 seed. If they lose both, then I don't know. Because we're 2 games up on Colorado. If we win this, we'll actually I think we're 1.5 games up on Colorado. If we win this, it'll be 2. And a high release backhand to Jace Dunabile for the score. My phone is ahead, actually. My phone is ahead of the TV, but I don't care. I'm watching on the TV. Screw the phone. And the Shred tie it up 1-1. It's a big game here for the Shred. Thank you for coming in, Jared, by the way. Been a long time since I've seen Jared, so great that he's in here. Also, we are live both on Coleman Sports 23 and the Shredhead 66. Those are both the ats there below. If you want to subscribe to those channels, take this Jazz jersey off and put my white Shred sun hoodie on. I was just streaming the Jazz game. If you guys are watching the Shredhead wondering why I was wearing a Jazz hat and stuff, it's because I just finished streaming the Jazz Summer League game. I didn't see the final score, but they were down by 4 with 4 seconds left. Hornets had the ball because they called the timeout. A tricky reset there by Colorado, but they get it here. Good defense by the Shred, forcing them to go backwards. A tough backhand here. Good pressure by McKay. Another tough flick up here. Good pressure by Salt Lake. And they nearly get a poach D there by Sam Pugh. And a wide open guy here for Colorado on the edge here. Nearly a poach D by the Shred, and it looks like Colorado's going to convert here right in the right corner here to Ferris. Summit offense looking pretty good to start this one. 2-1 Summit. The Shred heads need to come alive, and Shred got to get some breaks here if they want to win this. Because Summit have beat them 1 time in the last 3 years. And it was at home last year. Shred are 4-3 against them all time. They swept them their first year of existence. The Summit swept them, and then we swept them, and then we split last year. We beat them on the road. They beat us at home. And then this year we beat them on the road already last week. We're back here already playing them again. Summit score there, make it 2-1. Here's the Shred offense. Here's Braden Emberhart. Up here to Chad Jorgensen, who's playing at an MVP level. It's fouled there on the mark by the double team of the Summit. Summit definitely playing a lot more aggressive to start this game than they did on the road, trying to stop this high-powered offense. Come on, Shred. Yep, we gotta play better here. Chad with the catch there, fakes the deep here. Now he swings it to Matt Rusnagel. Matt Rusnagel swings it to McKay. McKay fakes the swing. Now he hits it up here to low throw, dug up by Chad. Don't know how he caught that. It's a crazy catch there. Up to his brother McKay. McKay to Matt Rusnagel in the corner for the goal. And the Salt Lake Shred tied up just like that. Matt Rusnagel looking like he might win Most Improved Player in the UFA with another goal. Just too easy for this elite offense. Offense looking dangerous here early. Defense just can't get stops. Straight offensive game so far in this one. Now let's see if the Shred can go get a break maybe. Johnny Hoffman, good to see him on the screen there at the game. Haven't seen him in the game ever at a game this year. Maybe we'll get him back at the end of the season. I know he tore his ACL and then he did some stupid stuff and went to go play Frisbee before he was 100%. We'll see if he comes back. Hopefully he didn't get re-injured that too bad, that ACL, and maybe we'll get him back. Maybe we'll get his brother Ben Hoffman back as well, who's been on the sideline all year. Those are two of the tallest players on the Shred. The Shred have been missing all year. That'd be great to get them back on defense. And Nathan B. Morgan's clapping because Colorado Summit traveled there, and they're going to have to move so back 10 yards, back in their own end zone. Offensive foul here on the Summit. Here's Tobias Brooks with the disc. Brooks takes a deep flick here right away. Has a guy wide open. Weinberg with closing speed. Weinberg doesn't go far enough, but Colorado dropped it. The throw was too far, and they dropped the deep throw. And the first break chance of the game here for the Shred. And a foul on Colorado. Colorado doesn't like it. Too much pressure there by Colorado. Shred can go up 10 yards. Nathan Huff with the disc here. Now he's going to move back a little more here. Refs tells him to move back 5 yards. Nice reset over to Oscar Brown. Oscar Brown with the swing here. Sam Pugh with the swing here to Huff. Huff up here to Reed Browning. Reed Browning slips and falls, but gets up with the disc. Ben Ashton with the disc. Nate DeMorgan taking a shot. What a throw by Nate DeMorgan, and it's caught out there by Huff. Reed Browning to Huff. Back to Sam Pugh. Sam Pugh to Browning. Browning taking a shot to Sam Pugh. Miscommunication, and the O-line for the Summit will get it back. But they have to go full field here. Shred almost scored there. Sam Pugh started going one direction. The throw was the other direction. That could have been an easy break for the Shred. If Sam Pugh cut to that corner, it would have been a break. But the Colorado Summit O-line gets it back. Nearly a turnover there. Sliding grab. Now they do a deep puck here for Feiner. Feiner doesn't lay out. A couple deep shots by the Colorado Summit go too far. And the Shred D-line gets it back again. This is their second chance for a break. Summit off on the Hucks early in this game. And a travel call here on the Shred. They're going to have to move back deep into their end zone. Callahan territory. Oscar Brown with the disc. Double teamed here. Oscar fakes it. Nice throw between the double team out to Weinberg. Weinberg still here in Callahan territory. Good pressure by Colorado. Here's Reed Browning. Reed Browning hits Sam Pugh. Sam Pugh up here to Nate DeMorgan. Fakes the shot. Wants a cut inside there. Resets it to Sam Pugh. Sam Pugh up to Huff. Huff Up here to Ben Ashton. Ben Ashton flick up here to Reed Browning. D-line moving it pretty good. They take a shot cross field here. That's Kyle Weinberg who's in for a goal. And the Salt Lake Shred get the first break of the game. The defense moving it down the field and getting a goal for the Shred. After Colorado with a couple turnovers on this point. A long point right there. 3 turnovers on this point. 2 by Summit, 2 by the Shred, and the Shred get the goal. 2 stupid deep pucks by Colorado that go too far. Maybe a little windy out there, and Shred capitalize and get the first break of the game. Shredhead's trying to get a break train rolling here in Salt Lake, maybe. Tony undid his Tony out there on the D line. Looks like he shaved his beard and he has like a little afro going on. Pulled out the dreads there. Pretty freaking sick right there for Tony Mamunga, my boy. And looked like it was going to be a decent pull for the Shred, but it goes out the back of the end zone. You can watch this game for free on YouTube on the Ultimate Frisbee Association's YouTube channel. Got a nice little blow-up Frisbee in the back of the end zone. That's pretty cool. Tony Brooks here. Brooks, who took those 2 hucks, and now he knows that he doesn't like the wind, and now he's not going to take any more hucks here. Colorado moving it up here. Flick up to Quinn Finer. Quinn Finer bumping off. What? No way they called that on LaRue when Finer literally bumped into LaRue. That should be an offensive foul on Finer. They called that on LaRue? That's crazy. That's crazy. Tony Brooks looking for the reset here. Good defense by Tony. I said Tony Brooks. Oh my gosh. That's not his name. It's freaking. I forget his first name. Just Brooks. Quinn Finer here, pressured by LaRue. Good defense by the Shred right now. Here's Brooks. Brooks with the floaty throw there. Dug out by Colorado. Colorado pressured here. Risky reset here to Brooks. Now a break throw here. About 5 yards outside the end zone. Inside flick there for the goal for the Summit. And it's all tied up 3 apiece. Some Summit players with their hands on their head like this. The Shred players are chilling. Their offense is well rested here now because of a break by the Shred defense and a hold by the Colorado Summit. So Shred's offense should be nice and warmed up here, and nice little break here for the O-line for the Shred. They'll look here to take the lead back. And some of the O-line players there for Colorado have their arms up on their head like that, like they're tired. So altitude maybe getting to them, which is weird because they're literally the Colorado Summit. But yeah, some of their O-line players tired. I don't know, kind of weird. Long pull here. So the pole went out the sideline there, so the Shred have to take it. Did it get at the brick mark? Whoever was running that camera, what the frick? I didn't even see the pole because of you. Would the camera guy got injured? Camera guy got injured, so they have these crappy angles. So that's why I didn't see the pole. Okay, there we go. He got back up, maybe? I don't freaking know. Matt Rusnagel with the under there. Throws it up here to Chad. Chad with the double team on the sideline gets it up to Matt. Matt Rusnagel. Matt Rusnagel double team. Splits the double team. Throws it out here to McKay. McKay to Kerr. Kerr. Back to McKay. McKay. Resets up to Kerr. Kerr looking for that lefty shot to the corner of the end zone. It's too high, but it goes in the back of the end zone, and it's caught in the back of the end zone. No, Jace Unabile was out of bounds. That flick by Jordan Kerr was too high. Jordan Kerr with the mistake throws it above Matt Rusnagle's hands. You thought Jace Unabile was going to get the catch there off the deflection, but Jace gets the pick off. What are we doing? Unabile was out of bounds there. He got the poach D there right outside the end zone, gets a little bit too trigger happy, and throws it away, and Colorado gets it back again. What a sloppy game for the D-line there for the Shred. Or, sorry, O-line there for the Shred with some mistakes. Kerr had a flick that looked like it was going to get to Matt Rusnagle. It went too high, past Matt Rusnagle, went over Matt Rusnagle. It looked like Jace Unabile was going to get it in the back of the end zone. It hits off his hands. He tries to catch it again. He does catch it, but he's out of bounds. Then he gets a poach D there, right outside the end zone, and then he throws it away. And Colorado gets it back again. Oh my gosh, too many mistakes for the Shred O-line on that point. And Colorado, the good thing is, though, Colorado calls timeout. So they use one of their timeouts here to try to go up by 1 and get their first break of the game. Because Shred with two miscues on offense. Not looking good. A little windy, too. We had that poach D, and then Jace Unabile just threw it away. I don't know what he was doing there. He was out of bounds on the throw, and he was out the back of the end zone, and then he got it back and just threw it away again. Like, it's 2 stupid turnovers from the Shred. And here comes Colorado. Good pressure by the Shred. Past half field here. Inside flick here to Feiner. Feiner looking for the inside flick. Got it. Right outside the end zone is Colorado. Double teamed. And they find the flick. And it hits the ground. Turnover. Oh, whatever. Colorado gets bailed out. A foul call here on the Shred. Colorado bailed out. They're going to get it right on the end zone line here. Double team here between Nate DeMorgan and Oscar Brown with a double team. A reset, a risky reset, almost D'd up by the Shred. Brooks with the around flick. And somehow, oh, that is a lucky goal, man. That is a lucky goal for the Summit. They toe the line there on the sideline, and they take the lead 4-3. Summit definitely looking better in this game than last week when they were at home against us. We beat them by 6 at home. Their pressure definitely looking better. I don't know how Ferris towed that line. That's crazy. That was good defense by the Shred on the goal line there. It's just the stupid turnovers that they had. They were 10 yards outside the end zone. They throw one floaty past the offensive player. It goes to the back of the end zone. The guy in the back of the end zone, he catches it out of bounds. Then he gets a D, and then he catches his D on a poach D, and then he throws it away, and then Summit score. Like, oh gosh. Let's see if the online can punch one in now here on a hold. And that pull went out of bounds to the Shred. We'll get it on the brick mark here. Stupid mistake there by the Summit D-line. And a foul on the mark by the Summit. Summit thought they got a hand block there, but they're going to get called for a foul. So Shred going 10 yards further here. Shred almost a half field already just because of the bad pull and the foul there. Now they're at half field here. McKay. Zone defense here by Colorado, which no West teams run zone defense. So this is shocking. Our offense is just too good, and you still can't guard us with that zone defense because McKay Jorgensen finds Matt Rusnagel wide open in the end zone for the hold, and the Shred tied up 1-1. Even the zone defense can't stop us. Oh, that was Emberhard to Matt Rusnagel there. The hockey assist, though, for McKay. Wow. I just realized that name stupid thing right there. Picking that off. I don't know why that was even on there. All right, I put a poll here for Eugene Leroux. Leroux rolls it out of bounds here. Ref running as fast as he can to give it to Brooks here. Brooks is double teamed on the sideline. Good defense and good pressure by Salt Lake. They get it out here to Finer. Now to the sideline here for 46. A scooper over the top here. 25 seconds left. Colorado already like 10 yards outside the end zone here. Here's Brooks. Now Shred D-line's going to hold them down here. 14 seconds here for Colorado. Good pressure here by Tony. And Colorado nearly dropped it there, but they get the layout by Tony Brooks. Tony Brooks throws a hammer right into the Shred defender. Shred with 3. Shred with 2. A floating throw. That's 2 floating. That's not going to get off in time. That throw did not get off in time, but it didn't go far enough anyways. And the Shred with the lockdown defense forces a hammer right to the defender. I think Tony Brooks, when he bobbled that catch and caught it, he's like, "Oh, I gotta throw a hammer. There's only a couple seconds left," and he threw a hammer with 3 seconds. He still had time to throw that hammer, and he throws it right into the defense. And the Shred don't let Colorado take the lead, and the Shred will start with the disc in the second quarter here. Tie game heading into the second quarter. Shred with the disc. You can watch this game for free on Free Friday Frisbee on YouTube. Let me get the link here if anybody wants to watch a really good Frisbee game. Here's that link for that. Free on YouTube. I'm watching it on UFA.tv because I pay for it because I watch all the Frisbee games because only the Free Friday Frisbee games are free on YouTube. The rest of them are you have to pay a $9 subscription, which I already pay for anyway. So but a lot of people watching the game on YouTube, decent amount for a Frisbee game. 780. Hit that like button for UFA. There you go, UFA. We help you out right there. But Shred with the lockdown defense. No end of quarters. Buzzer beater for Colorado. Let's see if the Jazz somehow made a comeback. I doubt it. Yeah, they lost by 6. But Filipowski looked good. 32 points for Filipowski, 21 for Walton Clayton Jr., 16 for Collier, and 21 points for Cody Williams. Cody Williams went off in the fourth quarter. So the starting lineup looked good. It's just we had no bench. Clayton, Filipowski, Williams, and Collier all look good. And those are the guys that are going to actually be making the roster. Everybody else, they're not making the freaking roster. So that's good to see. Jazz basically just lost because they had no bench. They had literally like 12 bench points. The Hornets had like 40. McKay here, Highstall gets out of the double team here to Emberhard. Emberhard with a risky throw, dug up by Miller. Miller resets here to McKay. Shred's handlers just don't look good right now. Our cutters, like, they're not cutting. A high jump there, a nice grab there by Dunabile. Dunabile resetting to McKay. Shred here at half field. Chad resetting here to Kerr. Kerr throws a deep flick here. That's too floaty. Too floaty. Once again, another bad huck by Kerr. And another bad huck from Kerr to Dunabile. The first one, actually, no, the first one goes to Matt Westnagel, but it floated over his head, went to Dunabile, but Dunabile caught out the back of the end zone because he bobbled it. That time, it was just too floaty. There's a horrible huck again by Jordan Kerr, our best player. It's shocking. It's our best player right there, just with horrible hucks. Once again, though, the Shred are gonna have to go full field here. Or the Summit. They can retake the lead here, and that's not good because they get the rock in the start of the third quarter. The Shred definitely need a turn here. Tobias Brooks takes a shot here, and that's gonna be perfect for Matty Jackson in the end zone. A travel. So no goal there for Colorado. It's going to come back all the way back. It was a huck by Tobias Brooks, but Tobias Brooks traveled, and the Summit had to go all the way back here. That sucks. Colorado here with the backhand here. Flick up here to Matty Jackson. Matty Jackson, I don't think played in Colorado. And a D by the Shred, a stupid throw by Matty Jackson, and somehow McKay gets the D. Okay, reset, we're good. Yep, Kerr to Matt Rusnagel. Rusnagel with the flick around here to Sam Pugh. Sam Pugh to McKay. McKay with the flick here. Right outside the end zone is Chad. Chad up here to McKay. McKay to Matt Rusnagel for the goal. And the Shred get the dirty hold and take the lead by 1. It's a big goal right there for the Shred. Once again, there will be one more game after this one for the Shred. I'll be at that game against the defending champions, the Minnesota Wind Chill. The first time the Shred will play Minnesota in the regular season in their existence. They played Minnesota once in the semifinals a couple years ago and beat them in overtime after Joe Clutton got a crazy play at the end of regulation to force overtime on a jump ball, tipped it to Elijah Jaime somehow. Those two players, of course, not on the Shred anymore. But Shred went on that after that semifinal game. Shred went on to lose to New York in the championship, unfortunately. That was only their second year in existence, though. New York's been in the league for like 12 years, so that was still impressive. Yeah, Minnesota looking to get revenge here on the road this time against the Shred. And that semifinal game was at the Minnesota's stadium. Championship weekend was in Minnesota that year, so yeah. And Colorado has to move back because they pulled too early. Wow. Gotta wait for that ref to whistle before you go. So that the poll's gonna move back even further here, I think. No. Shred are pulling because they just scored. I'm lost. I'm tripping. Shred gets to pull 10 yards further. So instead of at the goal line here, they could go 10 yards further and they get a pull here. So they do a roller pull. They do a roller pull here. And it gets past the Colorado Summit there to Tobias. Shred are able to get down here right on the goal line. Callahan territory. Tobias Brooks with a little flick there. Dug out here by Colorado. Flick up the side here to Ferris. Ferris fakes the deep shot, resets it to Tobias. Tobias Brooks takes a shot here to the sideline. Here to Feiner. Feiner looking reset. Locked up by Sam Pugh. Has to do a big reset here. Only if Kyle Weinberg was locking up a little better here. Shred could have got a D. And a tough floaty throw there by Colorado. Can't get the block here, and Colorado's off to the races. And Quinn Feiner jumps in the end zone. Commentators thought he was out of bounds, but the Summit tied up 5 apiece. Really low scoring game, I feel like, so far. Commentators thought that it was that's a travel. Commentators are right. Evan Lepler's right. That's a travel. Refs missed that one. Yeah, his foot was off the ground. Exactly. That's a freaking travel. Even the announcer said it. It's a big time no call by the refs there. Because the Shred were putting good pressure on them. And then Colorado just broke free here. The Shred can get a hold here and we take the lead here. Desperately need to because Colorado will get the disc to start the third quarter here. Summit throwing that zone defense back out there here. No mark on Jordan Kerr here. Jordan Kerr up here to Chad. Chad looking up here to his brother, McKay. That's a floaty throw, but McKay goes up and gets it. McKay with a crossfield blade. What was that throw by McKay? And a turnover by McKay. Colorado gets it back. I don't know what that turnover was. That's not good, though. Here's a floaty huck. And that goes right to Kerr. Shred get it back. A horrible throw by the Summit. No way they call a foul on the mark. How's that a foul? And they called it like 5 years late, too. So the Summit are going to get bailed out completely. The Summit are going to completely get bailed out right here and get the disc back. Wow. That is not a foul. They said he pulled his arm down. No, he did not. And the commentators even said so. And that's a perfect tuck. Freaking bullcrap, man. Shred getting screwed by the refs here. Nice ref help, Colorado Summit. Nice freaking ref help. They're blind. We just got a D and they call a foul. It's not even close to a foul. Absolute no freaking contact there whatsoever on the mark.
His second year with the Summit, their great 10-year with the Madison Radicals, part of the 2018 Radicals championship team. Old Central Division boys. Back even for that great score for Colorado. Everyone transplants that come to the Rocky Mountain.
Such a horrible call. Nate DeMorgan with a flick up here. And a foul here on the mark by the Summit. Nate DeMorgan gets it back. What? Offensive foul on Nate DeMorgan.
Salt Lake. Nate DeMorgan, a Utah native. Incredibly talented young kid, just 19 years old. He just turned 19 a month ago.
What are these refs on? They called a foul on Nate? For what? For throwing the disc? Huh? Chad Jorgensen up here to McKay. McKay bumped. Finally, we get a call our way. 10-yard foul here.
Up the line, Chad.
Up the line to Chad Jorgensen for a goal. Spike that disc in his face, please. Spike that disc. Come on. Show some emotion. Chad, please. Come on, Chad. Spike that disc, bro.
Single directional force and
I want to spike that disc right in their face, bro.
up that force sideline multiple times. It's the foundation of your defense right there. Well, I was laughing out loud listening to Chuck Finger last week, begging Mama Jorgensen not to have any more kids. There are 8 Jorgensen children, 6 boys and 2 girls. Luke is the oldest of the 3 that play for the Shreds. There are 4 Jorgensen children that don't play for his team.
All right, Summit here with the disc. We need a break so bad because they get it to start the third quarter. We get it to start the fourth, but we need a break. Ooh, that was a low throw. Dug up by Colorado, though. And that's a floaty throw. And that's a turnover by Colorado. Shred can take the lead here. See if their D-line can punch it in. Already past half field. Now they go back here to Ben Ashton. Here's Luke. Luke resets to Eugene LaRue. LaRue with the reset to Luke. Luke up to LaRue. LaRue looking flick. He'll send it up here. And that's a foul. Clearly a foul by the Summit defender. They're absolutely tackling Alex Forsberg. Alex Forsberg is really mad at the Summit defender there, who rightly so. Clearly fouls him right there, pushes him in the back, and gets fouled. And I don't know why Thorson is talking crap to Alex Forsberg, because you clearly hacked him there. Clearly a foul there by the Summit defender. And an easy break for Alex Forsberg. And he emphatic spike there for Alex Forsberg, spiking it at the Colorado Summit after he draws the foul and gets the goal right after. Alex Forsberg is heated, and rightfully so, and he punches that disc to the ground. He said, "That's what you get for fouling me. I'm punching this disc." I don't know why the Summit defender was so mad. See, that's a real foul. Summit got fake fouls. Summit here moving it pretty quickly, looking to tie it up after the Shred got a huge break there. Let's get another break. Come on, boys. Dig deep, dig deep. Tough catch there by Brooks. Brooks pushing off there. There was a crazy swing here to the other side. Summit 10 yards outside the end zone. A high release backhand there. Tobias Brooks. Inside flick there. Easy goal for the Summits. We're all tied up again. 3:32 left. Summit get the disc to start the third quarter. So the Shred need a break or two here. Obviously, they need to get a hold here to retake the lead. And then maybe get another break. That would be huge.
Themselves in this one. I think the trouble's coming when they get themselves kind of stagnant near.
Shred get to start the fourth quarter, which is also huge. Shred just got to get a hold here, pretty much, and then play from there. I'll play smart frisbee here. Do not let them get it. We need to play smart frisbee here. You got to get a hold here. You got to get a hold here. You need a clean hold here, please. All right, McKay to Braden. Back to McKay. McKay, flick here to Miller. Miller inside backhand. And Matty Jackson just got the D because another stupid turn by the Shred O-line because Jace Dunabile slipped on his cut. And now Colorado's going to score a break and retake the lead. Oh, gosh. Colorado retakes the lead with a break because Jace Dunabile just slipped on his cut. Jace Dunabile was trying to cut deep and then tried to cut back in. Miller had him on an inside cut, but he slipped on the cut and the Summit score. And we take the lead. Oh my gosh. The Shred were just up by 1 with that Alex goal. Then Colorado gets a hold to tie it, and then they get a stinking break off the big turnover there for the Shred, man. O-line looking a little sus right now. Oh gosh. Shred here on O-line. In Callahan territory. This is not good. And a high throw there. Caught by Nate DeMorgan barely. He bobbled it, but caught it. McKay here. McKay taking a shot. That's going to be perfect to Chad, his brother. Chad's going to take a nice shot here to Matt Rusnagel, who spikes the disc emphatically and ties up the game 8 apiece. A break here would be huge to end the quarter. 2:23 left. What a throw from McKay to Chad to Matt Rusnagel for the goal.
Really incredible to watch him have this renaissance is the right term because it's
Beautiful hold. Clean hold there for the Salt Lake Shred. Tie game, but Colorado does get the disc to start the third quarter, and they get the disc right here. Shred desperately need a break. Come on, D-line, go get a break.
Humble workforce attitude, now being one of the most assertive O-line cutters out there. Even before his time with the Shred, right? Yeah.
Nice pull there by the Shred. Tobias Brooks takes a flick. Risky flick there. A lot of defenders nearby. Seth Ferris does a weird flick here. That's going high. Oh, nearly out of bounds there. Just not high enough. And Colorado gets it here. Tobias Brooks. Backhand up here. Good defense here by the handlers. The handler defenders here. Tony. Great mark by Tony.
Did not think that
Sam Pugh got Kimball Pugh got destroyed right there on that the up line right there. And Summit already to half fill here. Shred making them work for it. And there's a D for the Shred. Jeremiah Branson with the chunky swing there to Tony. Do the Shred call timeout here? Tony's going to take a shot. Jeremiah Branson right outside the end zone. Resets it. And a stupid reset dropped by Kimball Few. Are you serious? What are we doing? The Shred D-line offense has not looked this bad all year. And I think Jeremiah Branson got too happy there. Tried to reset it to Kimball Pugh. And Kimball Pugh dropped it. Oh my gosh. Just won $1 million. That's cap. No way. What are we? That could have took the lead for the Shred. Instead, Summit can take the lead here by 1. And they get this to start the third quarter. Oh gosh. What a horrible turnover by the Shred. They got too happy. That was a great shot by Tony. Tony did what he had to do. He threw it deep, and we got right outside the end zone and just dropped it. Oh gosh. Okay. Rewind a few minutes. I'm not even watching it right now. What was that, man? Now you're going to give... Now Summit, if they score here, they still have plenty of time to score here. 1:04 left. Good defense here by the Shred. Tough reset. Gathered up by the Summit. Summit with the flick here. Pullman with the disc. Flick and reset. He does. A flick into approach D! Shred get the D! 41 seconds. They take a shot and another... Oh my gosh. We're getting too happy. Slow it. Why aren't we calling timeout, Bryce? I know, Bryce, you don't want to call. That was a quick turnover. And nearly another D. Shred had 2 Ds on that point. Shred had 2 Ds on that freaking point and dropped it and then threw it away. And now the Summit are going to score here. Maybe. No, he missed it. Quinn Fire misses the layout. And there's going to be a timeout here, so clock will stop for the Shred. Shred could have a potential.
Just so you
Potentially, the Shred could take the lead here at the end of the half. After turning it over twice, the Shred could score again because Colorado has turned it over 3 times. Colorado turned it over. We dropped an easy reset right outside the end zone. Colorado turned it over again. We threw it away. Colorado turns it over here again. And the Shred get the disc here with 20 seconds. They have to go full field, though. Seth Ferris and Chad Jorgensen. A lot of physicality downfield. Shred are going to call. Seth Ferris flopped. And there's going to be a call here on the Shred, maybe?
Salt Lake has taken a timeout, and we'll look through our angles to see if we.
Salt Lake called timeout.
Respectful conversation between Jorgensen and Ferris.
I think Colorado just came out and has been way more aggressive than us. And they're being really aggressive on defense, and they're getting away with a lot of fouls, honestly.
Yeah, that was something else.
And the Shred are making stupid mistakes, a lot of dumb mistakes by the Shred in this first half. They could easily be winning right now if they didn't have that stupid throw by Kerr. That stupid throwaway by Dunabile. The dropped reset from Branson to Kimball Pugh. The throwaway that just happened there. And the fact that we're tied with the disc can get a buzzer beater here because the Summit missed that layout is absolutely crazy. And they need to score here because Summit get the disc at the start of the third quarter here. So Shred definitely need a buzzer beater here. Chad with a big backhand here, and it's stolen by Colorado. Colorado can get a buzzer beater here, and that's a perfect throw and a buzzer beater for Klubman. Oh my gosh. What the frick was this point? 3 turnovers per team, and the Colorado Summit. We're getting too happy. We're forcing it. What are we doing? Summit can go up by 2 to start the third quarter because they get the disc to start the third quarter. Unbelievable, man. What are we doing?
Quarter situation.
What are we doing? Seriously. That was a hold for the Summit, which is crazy. We had so many chances. The Shred could tie it up here. We have to get this buzzer beater here. 9 seconds left. Oh my gosh. McKay has to just hold on to the disc. Yo, cutters. Nathan Morgan to Kirk. Kirk's going to have to just chuck this full field. Did he get it off? It doesn't matter because it's not far enough. What a horrible first quarter by the Shred. And the Summit can go up by 2 to start the third quarter. This is unbelievable, man. Just absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Putrid by the Shred offense. That freaking point took too long. Shred dropped a reset, a horrible throwaway, and then Chad there with when we need a buzzer beater to take the lead. Chad makes a horrible throw downfield that's picked off by the Summit. Summit scores a buzzer beater to take the lead at half by 1. And they get the Frisbee to start the third quarter. The good thing is we get it to start the fourth quarter. Wow. I'm stunned right now. This offense was playing so good to start the game. And then the final 5 minutes, really both offenses are not playing good. Horrible, man. Horrible. Horrible. These are not mistakes that the Shred have been making all season. If the Shred want to get past the hump and win a championship, they've came so close so many times. First year in the league, they lost to Colorado Summit in the West Division Championship. Didn't even only made quarterfinals. And the year after that, they win the West. They make the championship game and lose to New York. That might have been their only hope. If you want to be a championship contender in the UFA, you got to peak at the right moment. You got to be playing your best ultimate at the end of the year. And the offense is just not looking good. Summit got mad. The Summit were like, oh, we lost at home against the Shred last week by 6 goals. We are absolutely got our butts handed to by the Shred. We got to come out here and we got to beat them at home. We don't care about their home field advantage, which the Shred have a big home field advantage. We're going to come out here and play our ultimate and apply pressure. They've been applying pressure and we've been making stupid mistakes. We need to calm down in the huddle. I'm not worried, though. I'm not worried. I'm not worried one bit. You want to know why I'm not worried? Summit are also making stupid mistakes as well. Both teams got to calm down offensively and stop making these dumb mistakes. Been a really sloppy game, low-scoring game here in Hammond, Utah, at Zions Bank Stadium. It's been really sloppy. Shred, I'm not worried about them because this is similar to that game earlier in the season at home against Seattle when they were down by 5 goals at home and were able to come back in the second half and win against Seattle because they had a lot of stupid mistakes in the first half. They were able to calm down, reset, and their offense looked incredible in that second half. This is a similar situation, except we're only down by 1. D-Line going to come out here and hopefully start us off with a much-needed break because Summit have it start the third quarter, which is huge. But we got at the start of the fourth quarter, so that could also be huge as well. Gosh, man, I don't know what these stupid turnovers are.
The Hustle could eliminate their biggest rival from playoff contention if they could pull off the road win. Carolina has won 5 in a row and includes a home win over Atlanta last month. Now, Austin and San Diego.
200, there's like 200 UFA broadcasts. That's crazy. Coming out 3 minutes ago, nice. Let's look at, I want to look at scores around the league. I know that the Flyers are playing the Hustle. Flyers have made the playoffs 10 years in a row, and their playoff hopes are in jeopardy. They have to win this game today against the Hustle. The Flyers have to win that game and next week if they want to make the playoffs. And even if they win those 2, they still might not make it because some teams have to lose. So, and if Flyers don't make the playoffs, their streak is still the biggest streak in the league, but it's over. They've made the playoffs 10 years in a row, longest streak in UFA history. No other teams have made the playoffs every year except for the Salt Lake Shred. So, if the Flyers lose, the Shred will be the only team with an active streak of making the playoffs every year. But they won't have the the record. Flyers will still have the record because Shred, this will be their 4th year making the playoffs in a row because they've already made the playoffs. Like, we already know that. They just got to win this game or beat Winchell next week, and they get the 1 seed. That's what I'm worried about right now. It's a big game because if we lose, Spiders might get 1 seed. I think Spiders and Summit play next week, so we need Summit to win next week. If the Summit just win next week, I think. Oh, Summit don't play the Spiders next week. Who the frick do the Spiders play next week?
Everything super tight in the division.
Do the Spiders not have any more games? There's no way. Spiders don't have any more games, damn. How many losses do they have? And they only have 3 losses. Yeah.
About the 1-8 Detroit Mechanics and the 2-8 Indianapolis Alley Cats squaring off Saturday evening in Indiana.
The scores for week 12 here. Boston beat Philly by 1 goal. I think they clinched the East 1 seed with that win by 1 goal over Philadelphia. Wow. LA up by 1 on the Havoc right now in the third quarter. North Summit up by 1 on the shred here. Up in the half. Later tomorrow we'll have Detroit and Indy, Atlanta and the Flyers, Boston and DC. That's a huge matchup in the East for playoff implications. Same with Atlanta Flyers in the South. That's a big matchup there as well. Madison Radicals and Winchell also a big matchup tomorrow as well. A lot of key games tomorrow for playoff implications. LA also playing tomorrow against the Soul. And the Summit playing against the Big Ones tomorrow. And on Sunday, Philadelphia, Phoenix, and New York. New York looking to hopefully make the playoffs. And yeah. New York has to win that game if they want to make the playoffs. Yeah, they have to. Because they're 5-5 and Phoenix are 5-5. So that's literally for the 3 seed pretty much. That New York Phoenix game in the East. That's really for the 3 seed. That's crazy. I hope Philly wins, man, because I can't stand New York. New York's 2-0 against us. We can't beat them no matter how. Like they beat us in the championship because they're the better team. Obviously, they had MVP Jeff Babbitt, Osgar, the Chartok brothers, Jack Williams, Ben Yacht. That team was good, insane. But New York's not as good as they were when they were winning those championships, obviously. But last year we lost to them, or either last year or 2 years ago, we lost to them when they weren't as good as they were when they beat us in the championship. They just own us. They own us. We can't beat New York for some reason. Yeah, so hopefully Phoenix win that one on Sunday. That one I will probably be watching. Hopefully go Phoenix. We'll also be live for the Jazz game against the Warriors.
Feels like hundreds of young Ultimate players, future stars of the UFA perhaps, on the field for a little halftime clinic, run around, chase plastic on a night. It has already been here at Science Bank Stadium. It's 9-8 Colorado leading the hometown Salt Lake Red.
Hopefully we can turn up in the second half and we gotta win here. We need revenge. We need full revenge. We gotta sweep them this year, man. I want to so bad. I hate the Summit. This is our biggest rival here. The last 3 years it hasn't been a rival though, because they've only beat us once the last 4 years. It'll be twice the last 4 years, but we swept them. Okay, 2022, which was the Shred's first year and the Summit's first year of the league. They swept us. Then we swept them in 2023. Then last year that we split, and then this year we won the one on the road. So if we sweep them again, this might not be a rivalry. No, it's a rivalry because they're a freaking close game. Shred have 10 turnovers in this game. That's crazy. Too many turnovers. Colorado has 9 turnovers. They're doing slightly better. They're 3 of 5 on Hucks. We're 2 of 5. Red zone. Both teams are 6 of 9 in the red zone. That means 3 turnovers by each team in the red zone. That's crazy. Completions. We have a lot more completions than them, obviously, because we move the ball or the disc a lot more, and we do a lot of short throws. They do longer throws. D-line conversion, 2 of 6 for the Shred, absolutely horrible. 3 of 5 for Colorado, not much better. O-line conversion, 6 of 12 for the Shred. Both teams really aren't playing good. The Colorado Sun are just playing slightly better because we gave them too many opportunities with these stupid turnovers.
Some hits from the Shred and Summit squads.
Oh, no.
Customized jerseys.
Evan Lepler got a Shred and Summit jersey. Nice.
It's funny because my father actually had the idea. He said, for your 40th birthday, get you some UFA jerseys. Because I got my dad 65.
They gave Evan Lepler jerseys. The Summit and Colorado. Nice.
65 Leopard. My dad grew up in Boston. That's awesome. He wanted to return the favor, and I'm like, no, I can't play favor.
We got to lock in, man. On D-line.
So I can play fairly.
Opening, there's a poll here for the second half about to be underway here in the third quarter. Quarter about to start. Get your popcorn ready. Get your drinks ready. Your glizzies. Whatever you got. This is going to be a great finish here in Hammond, Utah.
But to celebrate this milestone, both as a human and as a broadcaster and an atmosphere and a venue like this, can't ask for more. Word is we've got north of 1,200 here tonight, so yeah, great. Rise, it's not more, quite frankly. Yeah,
We need the fans to get popping, man.
There's no extra place to sit. And we'll see if the Salt Lake Red players can send the Shred head back.
Come on, man. Come on, defense. Defense. Come on. We need a break to start, man. Badly. We've got to tie it up here. Here's a shot by Colorado. And that is going to be perfect. Right outside the end zone is Colorado. And they're going to punch it in here. Easy. No, he turfed it. He turfed it. Colorado, your offense sucks just as much as ours today. Who will have the worst offense? That team will lose. Whoever's offense is worse is who's going to lose. In the first half, it was ours. Let's see if our D-line can convert for the finally, maybe. Browning thought it was a timeout, so he put the disc down, which technically is a turnover.
You know your coach better than that. He would.
Yeah, bail him out now.
Start of the second half. 15 yards upfield instead of 10.
Browning went up.
Still needs to find the right spot.
That is not 10 yards. That's like 5. Come on, ref.
Layout. We got
Oh, layout D by Colorado, but the Shred get bailed out because the ref's telling them to move. Because he's like, my bad. Wow. Oh, they called a foul on the mark? Wow. Hey, Colorado, y'all were getting bailed out in the first half too, so chill out. Huff. Huff up here to Sam Pugh. And another call. A pick.
I was going to say, now we're calling everything at the start of the second.
These refs just call everything.
The refs attempt to kind of reassert control and clarify the boundaries through the rest of the second half. Part of the strategy of not calling a timeout is to force his
One slouchy backhand there from Oscar to Ben Ashton. Back to Oscar. Left throw here to McKay. McKay to Oscar Brown. Brown to Weinberg. Back to Brown. Brown. Brown resetting to McKay. D-line offense isn't doing anything. There's no cutters down the field. We're just resetting with the handlers. Brown here, resetting here. D-line offense, do something. Here's Ben Ashton. Take a shot there. You had a guy open deep. DeMorgan's going to take a shot, and that's going to be perfect for Oscar Brown and the Shred with the tie. Oscar Brown with the break. The Shred start the second half here with a break after Colorado Summit turfs it in their own end zone. They literally turfed it in the end zone that they had to get to. Right outside the end zone, Colorado turfs it, and the Shred are able to capitalize. Oscar Brown with the goal. Tie it up. We need some breaks, though. I mean, that was a break, but we need more.
Put it perfectly, the vision, the execution.
Man, that was a great throw by Nathan Morgan right there. One of the youngest guys in the league, 19 years young. Great addition to the Salt Lake Shred
Long way to go.
4 weeks back, halfway through the season. Toby Brooks, also a good addition for Summit. Ooh, nearly a block there for the Shred. Luke Jorgensen almost got in front of that. Here's a flick to the side. Big swing. Good lockdown defense here from the Shred. Shred heads shouting defense. Trying to get up. Matty Jackson jumps up and gets it. Now he's going to take a shot. That's a shot right into the Shred defender. And it's blocked by the Shred. And it's all on the ground. And the Shred get it. Quinn Finer tried to lay out there. But Matty Jackson throws the deep shot right into the Shred defender. The Shred defender there was baiting that throw. And Colorado threw it. And the Shred bait worked. Shred almost dropped that one right there. The D-line trying to convert here. Luke Jorgensen trying to reset. He draws the foul. Shred 10 yards closer. Getting a second break to start this half. Here's a Huck. Oh! What a play! What a play! Kimball Pugh with the layout, the rookie. What a play! Put that on Sports Center tomorrow morning. Wow! What a bid! Highlight play there for the rook, Kimball Pugh. What a shot by Branson. Jeremiah Branson, what a throw. The layout was even better. What a play. Wow. Big play for the Shred. They retake the lead. What a huge layout by the rook. That was the highlight of the game. Maybe the highlight of the year for the Shred. Wow. That was, I have no words. That was incredible. Here's Colorado here with the disc. Oh, nearly a D there by Ben Ashton Hunton. Great handler defense here by the Shred. Low 3-set throw. Up here to Ferris. Ferris is going to take a shot. What a grab by Colorado. And they flip it in the end zone. And we're all tied up at 10 apiece with 6:49 left in the third quarter. Really low scoring game because of a lot of turnovers. Shred defense can't get another break there. And the Summit tied up again. What a that layout is still shocking.
Nothing to run onto, and it's just going to get there right away.
I thought that throw was too far for Kimball Pugh. I didn't think he was going to catch it, but somehow, some way, he made the catch. I thought it was a bad flick huck there by Branson, Jeremiah Branson, but Kimball Pugh's just built different. Just a game of inches, and he was able to haul that layout in somehow. Chad.
By the way, there are 8 Jorgensen kids. There are currently 7.
Colorado back to the zone defense. It's been
So that's a
been actually
whole lot
kind of working, holding the handler, making the shred handlers really swing that disc.
maybe
No cutters down the field right now with the shred. McKay, you got your reset dump, bro. Hit that. Thank you. Swing it. We got to swing faster. We got these open swings.
middle and disc is loose. Yeah, that was a foul.
Yeah, foul on Noah Coolman there on the bid. Kurt forced that one to Dunabile. That's a strip. Definitely a strip. It was a strip for sure. It was either a strip or a foul. McKay, right outside the end zone, finds Kerr, who slides in and makes the grab. Barely, but he makes the grab. Shred back up by 1. Maybe got bailed out right there a little bit, but I'll take it. Colorado's also been bailed out a couple times as well.
McKay, the third. It's 5:29 to 20 in the third. Earlier tonight, ball hit over Philly. Phoenix have a huge win. Sunday after your they lose it.
All right, a pull here, roller pull from the shred. Using LaRue with the pull. It goes out of bounds here. Shred gonna maybe set up a double team here. Tobias Brooks gets it out. Picks the flick, throws the backhand. Ooh, a bid there by Nate DeMorgan. Didn't even need to. Finer with the flick. It goes too far. Shut down defense once again by the shred. I knew they were going to call that, man. I was wondering if they were going to call that foul. But what did that foul? That foul didn't affect anything though. Because if that reach in right there by Nate DeMorgan affected the throw, it would have went short instead of long. That short throw went way too far. Summit get bailed out.
Pretty good hand.
That didn't even affect anything. How is that a foul on us, man? So stupid.
Trying to find the best combination. Blessings and curses of being in a place where there's so much great college talent coming out of the University of Colorado. UFA, you often don't get those players prioritized. We're team with your after college.
Teed up by the shred. I missed the D. Here comes Nate DeMorgan and Tony. A floaty throw, though. Grabbed by Nate DeMorgan. He got up there. Nate DeMorgan resets here to Luke. Back up here to Branson. Jeremiah Branson here leading the counterattack to Tony. Tony, nice break throw. Bumped by Finer. They're going to call a foul here. I kind of wish they didn't call that foul because Shred had momentum looking to score there. But Tony's going to get the disc here. Pretty much right outside the end zone, guarded by Finer here. Tony with the break throw. That's going to float perfectly for Alex Forsberg. And the Shred take a 2-goal lead. This is the biggest lead in the game by either team. 2 goals. What a game. Still plenty of time left, though. But this is huge, though. Shred with another huge break. 2-goal game, and they get the disc to start the fourth quarter, y'all. Don't forget that. That's a huge break for the Salt Lake Shred. as they take a 2-goal lead here against the Colorado Summit, looking to host a home playoff game for the first time since 2023 when they went to the UFA championship game just to lose to New York.
Group that's really just got to find a way to stabilize. I mean, this is the question that I have. Will he going to find some sense of consistency with this?
And also, ball don't lie, by the way. We scored on that after they called that bullcrap foul. Ball don't lie. We got a D somehow. A deep hook there. Grabbed out of the air by Matty Jackson. And they're going to call a foul on Oscar Brown for a lot of contact there. I thought Oscar Brown was in great position there. They're both just jumping up for the disc, but both of them just going at the disc there, and they call a foul. I don't really like that call, but that means Colorado's to set up here and a throw to the front of the end zone. He's out of the end zone here. And now they throw it in anyways. Yep.
With that score from Quinn Finer.
Jay Frood with the goal from Quinn Finer there. 1-goal game. Come on, Shred O-line. Keep it up. Just keep scoring. D-line will get stops when we need them. It's not right there.
He is currently 10th all time. It's plus minus. And back in 2022 against Salt Lake, he went plus
All right, a pull here by Colorado. And dug up here by the O-line.
plus 13.
Brady Emberhart up to McKay. McKay out to Kerr. Kerr.
Still basic.
And I think they got a foul deep downfield here by Colorado, maybe? Or on the mark. I'm not sure. I think it was a downfield foul because I didn't see no foul on the mark, so it must have been downfield somewhere. So Kerr with the disc here to McKay. McKay looks inside here to Chat. Chat. Nice break throw up here to Braden Emberhart. Emberhart, a great handler on this team. A huge part of why the Shred made that championship run, but just fell a little short to, actually a lot short to New York back in 2023. Back 2024 last year, though, Emberhart was not on the roster last year, but he's back here on the Shred, really helping that O-line. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes, too. He's a great handler for the Shred. There's a floaty throw there to McKay. What a throw. McKay right outside the end zone, looking reset to Emberhart. Emberhart back to McKay. What a dish from Emberhart to McKay. And McKay in the end zone to Matt Rusnagel, who collects the goal. Shred back up by 2. Oh, boy.
Of the floor general out here.
Wow. 1 second, y'all. Paxton? Man, this game is crazy.
Atkins caught the attempted buzzer beater to win the game here for Colorado in the regular season last year. I asked Rusnagel.
A bid there by the Shred defender, Tony, trying to get the D there. I like the aggressiveness, Tony, but that is a foul. And he knows it too. Rick's going to move back here. Tony clapping his hands here. Takes the push off. Tony Brooks throws a flick. That's going to be way too far. Never mind. A layout there for the Summit. Quinn Finer lays out and catches it. Perfect flick there. And he flips it in the end zone. No, it's teed up. On the goal line, it's teed up by Kimball Pugh on the goal line. Another red zone turnover by the Summit. The Shred are going to get another break chance here after a goal line D. Call timeout, call timeout, call timeout. We need this point. Call timeout, and put the O-line out there. Call timeout. We haven't used the timeout this half. Call timeout. There's 22 seconds left. Call timeout. Get a buzzer beater here, and then we get the disc to start the second half. What are we doing? Call timeout. Call timeout. Unless you trust your D-line to score in 17 seconds. Call timeout. Call timeout. Come on. Call timeout, coach. Please. Kimball Pugh's going to launch it. Oh, he's got a man. Goal. Oh, wow. Kimball Pugh is balling. The rookie got a clutch layout and a clutch throw to Alex Forsberg. And the Shred D-line converts. We didn't even have to call timeout to put the offense out there. Let's go. We got a goal line D right there. Summit fans, I'd feel bad for y'all. Okay, it's not over yet, but there's still a fourth quarter to be played. But we score at the end of the third quarter there. Fourth quarter, we get the disc to start the fourth quarter because we could score again and go up by 4 here. Oh wait, there's still 3 seconds. We gotta stop that. We are back. Just came. Nice. Came from Bonnie Stream. Nice. What a freaking massive goal right there. Kimball Pugh just launched that sucker to Alex Forsberg right past the hands of the Colorado defender there, just barely. Shred up by 3. Nice pull there. There's no way they throw it full field. I would be so mad. Tobias Brooks is good at throwing, though. Oh, the whistles. Beat up by the Shred, though. It doesn't matter if he didn't get it off, because Tony Mamunga says no. And the Shred can go up by 4 to start the fourth quarter because they will get the disc. What a huge final 2 minutes of this third quarter. Wow. Wow. The first half was so freaking bad by the Shred, and they came out in this third quarter, and they have punched Colorado in the mouth with a couple breaks. What a break it was right there. Colorado just had to go 2 more feet into the end zone. They were literally a foot outside the end zone. They literally just had to go 1 foot into the end zone, throw it in the end zone, and score. And the Shred defender hits it on a lazy reset. They wanted a foul, but clearly not a foul there. And the Shred somehow converts. Wow. Great defense at the end of the quarter there, too, not letting Colorado. Because the refs were blowing it off. They didn't say they were saying, like, they didn't say that he didn't get it off in time. Like, so, like, but we got the D anyways. We hit it in the end zone anyway, so. They almost laid out on it, which would have pissed me off. But even if they laid out on that, the guy's feet would have been outside the end zone, and it would have counted anyway. So, but what a third quarter, man, from the Shred, the young and hungry Shred. 15 or 16, something like that, new players on this team, and like 10 rookies, and like 5 or 6 of those rookies have been playing key minutes for them all year long. And Kimball Pugh, that's the man that's going to be talked about here for the Shred. We might have to go live again after this game for like a post game. I might have to put Kimball Pugh on the thumbnail and show these highlights from him in here in the second half, because Kimball Pugh, the rookie's going absolutely crazy for the Shred. Had that crazy layout. I thought the throw was way too far. I didn't think he was going to be able to lay out on it. And he puts his body on the line, hits the turf, catches the disc barely, and then right there with the huck to Alex Forsberg. He's been great for the Shred here in the second half. And the reason why they're up by 3 goals and can go up to 4 by 4 here. with a score. Jacob Miller with the disc here at the start of the fourth quarter. It's up to Braden Emberhart. Emberhart fakes the flick. Throws a backhand up here to Kerr. And Kerr's going to go deep here. Oh my gosh, that is perfect! To Chad Jorgensen, who's looking like an MVP of the league with the goal. A quick goal for the Shred, and they're up by 4. Right? What a play. That is how you run a play out of the break right there. You end the third quarter off a great D. You get back in the huddle to start before the fourth quarter. You get a good play drawn up. You get one quick pass to Emberhard, who resets to Kerr, and Kerr just takes an absolute shot, absolute missile to the end zone there for Chad Jorgensen. That connection can't be stopped. The Kerr to Chad connection cannot be stopped. And the Shred O-line is way more dangerous than they were the last couple of years because of that. That's the first assist I feel like Kerr has had this game. Okay, it's probably not, but like he hasn't had much assists, which is why this offense is even more dangerous. Colorado just going right through the Shred defense here. Throw to the back of the end zone, caught there by Quinn Finer for the goal. Quick goal for Colorado. But the O-line for the Shred is so much more dangerous this year because past years we would work it down the field just by quick little short throws, and then we would force the disc to Kerr. We would just had to get the disc to Kerr to score. So we'd get the disc to Kerr, and Kerr would just punch it in the end zone. We got multiple guys on this team that can throw those goals, that can throw. We got a lot better throwers on this team. Shout out to Nate DeMorgan, by the way. His hucks on the D-line have been special this year. Kimball Pugh with that huck. That huck to Alex at the end of the half by Kimball Pugh. I haven't seen that all year long. He just unleashed that throw out of nowhere. It's crazy how dangerous this O-line is, man. It's crazy. We went younger. We got rid of some of our old guys like Sean Cannell and Grant Lindsey. We kept the young guys. Jordan Kerr here, one-on-one. Can't rip it down. A stupid huck by the Shred O-line. I think Matt Rusnagel got a little too happy there. He saw Jordan Kerr streaking deep. Just too much float, and it goes right over both of them. Just a stupid huck there by the most likely most improved player, Matt Rusnagel. And here's a huck by Colorado. Battle for it. Won by Matt Rusnagel. Get that out of here. No. Get that out of here. Colorado called timeout before they threw that? Oh my gosh, they're lucky. Colorado's lucky they called timeout there. Colorado can cut it to 2 here. Oh gosh. They got the time. That was blocked by Matt Rusnagel, but it didn't even matter because they called freaking timeout, of course. Wow. Tony Mamuga guarding Brooks here. Great matchup. Brooks is a dangerous thrower right there. Brooks gets it out here. Good sweep by Luke. Good pressure here by Tony and Luke. Brooks with the flick around here. Good pressure by Reed Browning. Ferris is going to take a shot, almost blocked by the Shred. And Ferris is going to throw that right to Alex Forsberg, who rips it down. Seth Ferris gets baited into a huck there. And the shred gets the turnover and the disc back. Tony Mamunga double teamed here. Goes it to the sideline here. Now up here to Kimball Pugh. Kimball Pugh's going to launch it to Alex again. Who knew the Kimball Pugh to Alex Forsberg connection is unstoppable? It's unstoppable. We just unlocked a new connection that I haven't seen all year. They can't stop it. Our offense is too good. Raptors put belt to ass. Dang. Jazz barely lost, but they didn't have Ace Bailey or Bryce Sensabaugh. You know, if we had those guys, we would have killed the Hornets. Thank heaven we didn't draft Con Nipple because he looked like garbage, man. He had 4 points. He had 4 points. He had a dunk, a wide open dunk on a transition basket on a stupid turnover by Collier or somebody, and then 2 free throws. 2 free throws. And guess what? Those 2 free throws, he took 4 free throws to get those 2 free throws because he went 1 for 2 twice. He went 1 for 2 from the line twice and got a wide open dunk. He sucks. Bust. I'm calling it. Con Nipples are gonna be a bust. I don't care if it's his first game. He's probably worried that he's a rookie. No, I don't care. He looks like a bust. Martin looked good. Gator boy. Yeah.
That's just frustration from Colorado.
Gator boy.
The competition was going to be larger than.
Walton Clayton Jr. looks really good right now. And Kyle Filipowski dropped 32 and we still lost. He's bad. It's because we had no bench this game. We have no bench at all. Like our whole offense, like our whole starting 5, like crazy. Like Collier had 18. Collier had 18. Walton Clayton Jr. had 22. Filipowski had 32. Cody Williams had 22. And then somebody else on our starting lineup had 10 or something. And we still lost. Our whole starting lineup went crazy. It's just like these. They go there for. Oh, Rush is better? Yeah, that's why they're in the playoffs, huh? Totally. No, they're not. They suck. The Rush are Montreal Royale Merchants. That's the only team they can beat. Rush can't even make the playoffs. Yeah, exactly. They're out.
Yeah, here to catch the big picture question of Colorado and specifically Tobias.
7:46 left. Shut up by 3. They can get another hold here. Come on. A big pull here from Colorado. That's going to go out, hopefully. Yep. Goes out the back. Sure, we'll get out the front of the end zone here. Thankfully. 7:30 left.
I'm surprised to see him playing the center handle.
We have Ember Hart is going to pick up here. Here's the whistle. We're to Ember Hart. Looking for a reset here to McKay. McKay pressured here. Pretty freaking good. Inside flick here to Matt Rusnagel. Matt Rusnagel. Ooh. Matt Rusnagel had Seth Ferris on skates. Risky reset to Braden Emberhard. Emberhard. Big swing over to Matt Rusnagel. Matt Rusnagel and Emberhard commanding the offense here. Interesting. Matt Rusnagel goes like a downfield guy. There's Chad, who's usually downfield as well. He's going to take a shot. A massive shot. Braden Emberhard wide open. Oh my gosh, this offense is too good. They're leaving guys like Braden Emberhard open. They're saying this on the podcast, Swing Pass podcast. The Shred offense is way more dangerous than they've been in past years because everybody can go deep. Even Braden Emberhard is going deep. The Shred, of course.
There's a green light.
How much is left?
Hey Vince, yeah, the Rush are playing D chess. Wow, American. Hi Russian. Yeah, I am not from Mother Russia. Bro, what's that language you always type in the chat? Is it Russian? Is it German? What is what is it? Put up by 4 here. 16 left. Tobias Brooks. This guy's freaking good. Chumming's been pretty good on him though. Forcing him into some stupid hucks. Quinn Finer, who's been guarded by Eugene LaRue, which is a very interesting matchup. If he had Johnny Hoffman, he would be guarding him, obviously, as he usually does. But Johnny Hoffman out with ACL. And a stupid reset from Quinn Finer. What? They call a foul on Eugene LaRue on a stupid reset from Quinn Finer. It was a drop. Colorado just got bailed out. They just dropped the disc and they said it was a foul on LaRue, I guess. It's crazy. Oh, Shred, the Colorado the offensive players right there almost ran into each other. And that's a goal for the Summit. Even though they got bailed out completely right there. That should have been a D for dropping the disc. He types Russian German language, the same lettering. Oh, okay. Russian German. Wow. Sometimes Chinese. Wait, do you like know Russian German, Retro?
Oh, is he going to come under? And then when he has the disc in space, oh, is he going to stretch the field?
Retro, you should watch the rest of this game. It's a good game. It's free on YouTube, you know? On UFA Ultimate Frisbee Associated Nations channel, you know? Watch it. Fine. We about to lock up the 1 seed here with a win. The last game won't even matter, but of course we're going to come out and try to win the last game as well. I'll be at that game. The last game of the year. It's at home against the defending champions, the Minnesota Wind Chill. It's going to be the hardest test of the year to close out the regular season and on to the playoffs. And if the Shred keep it up here, they might be hosting a first round or a second round game after the first round. Because in Frisbee, in the UFA, there's only 2 rounds in each division. There's only 3 teams in each division that can make the playoffs. The 2, 3, and 3 seed play against each other. Winner plays the 1 seed. And of course, whoever's the 2 seed will get a first round home game. Whoever's the 1 seed will have a first round bye and play the winner of the 2 seed, 3 seed matchup at home. And then the winner of that wins their division and goes to championship weekend, which is like the final 4, which I don't know where it's at. I think it's in Madison, Wisconsin this year or something like that. It was in Salt Lake last year. I unfortunately didn't get to go to it. I wish I would have. But Shred didn't actually play in it last year because they got upset in the West Division Championship by Seattle. And now Seattle, shockingly, is not in here. And Jason Nabal, by the way, scored the goal right there. Yeah. What a goal. We were watching. Nice. All right, bet. W.
444 left.
Bro, did you see that layout by Kimball Pugh? That was crazy. That was insane. Let's see if I can find a video of it. This third quarter, the Shred just took over in the third quarter. A big reason why they're up by 4 right now with 4:30. Was that a D? No, a foul. Quinn Finer's like, Quinn Finer knows that he got bailed out, bro. He's like this. He's like Lily knew that his offense sucks and that he has to. Wow. Back of the end zone shot by Colorado, 3-point game. What a throw. See if I can find that layout by Kimball Pugh. That was insane. I thought the throw was too far, but he just laid out, and he was a rookie, by the way. If I can even find the freaking thing.
Not a lot of space. And game wall.
Bro, I need to find this layout.
Colorado's going to create a comeback. basically has to start right here. Sideline, bouncer, pull.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Looks like it's going to set a double team. Marshall and Piper, Everhard and
Boom. Yeah. That was crazy. Here, I'll show a better view. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. Look at that catch. Oh my goodness. I thought the throw was way too far, and then he just, oh my. That was early in the third quarter. It got me hyped. I was going crazy. That's a rookie, by the way. Holy crap, my sometimes my camera just goes dark for some freaking reason. When I have a light on in here, it's just being stupid. My camera always goes dark for some freaking reason. I don't know why it's so dark, but there's a light in here. I don't have that other light, but I have a light on in here. Okay, now it goes bright. The frick. And the Shred just scored again. Wait, was that break? I totally missed that point. But I don't want to go back. Let's see. Oh, what a throw by Kerr. High release lefty flick is crazy. I mean, he is a lefty, but that's a crazy throw. He just reached out like this and like he just went 1 foot inbounds, went out of bounds like this, and just like threw it right to the corner. Like high release, just where no defender could get it. That was beautiful. Oh, that's a good game. LA and the Houston Havoc are going to overtime. Like that game doesn't really matter though, because none of those players or teams are in the playoffs. So, oh wow, we got a break. Might stream Windshield versus Shred.
The Shred's leaders.
Is that game on Free Friday Frisbee? I think it is actually. I'll be at that game because I'm going to my dad's tournament and it's only 18 minutes away. So, why not go to the game as well? Why not? It's a weird, low-scoring game. I mean, not really. Shred almost have 20 points. But at the beginning of the game, it was low-scoring. Like at halftime, it was like 9-8. But this half, there's a lot more scoring in this half. Not as many turnovers. A lot of turnovers by each team in the first half. I was worried. We were down by 1 at halftime. And our offense was getting some stupid turnovers, too.
Doesn't look like. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
What the heck was that pull? Is that a roller pull? It didn't look like he rolled it, but it went out of bounds. What in the frick was that pull? That was weird. Britta Emberhard double team. Gets out to Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller, ooh, what a throw to Kerr. Kerr is going to float it to the sideline for Dunabile. Shred looking to just waste clock here as much as possible, just swinging it around. That's what they do best. McKay.
This result.
Inside backhand here up to Chad. Chad, do not take a huck, bro. Just reset. That's a crazy reset by Chad. Oh my gosh.
The West playoffs.
What a reset. We're just so good at throwing, y'all. Like, we're just better throwers than Colorado. And we're faster. I'm sorry. They might be a better hucking team, but not today. Some of their hucks have been absolutely stupid to absolutely nobody or too far. Will they get, like, bailed out by your ref? I'm talking to you, Quinn Finer, when you threw that huck and then got bailed out? Yeah. And it went too far. You freaking threw it way out of bounds. Not out of bounds, but too far for the defender.
They will.
And we don't even have, like, Joe Merrill playing in this game, who led us in goals because he's out for the year for ACL. Same with the Hoffman brothers ACLs. Maybe we'll get one of them back or two. I think we'll get Ben Hoffman back by playoff time. We'll see. Johnny Hoffman though did some stupid things after his ACL surgery and might have re-injured it, so he's probably out for the year. But I haven't seen him on the sideline all season, and I just saw him on the sideline today. So we'll see if we get the Hoffman brothers back. Those are 2 toss players on our team, so that'd be huge for our defense.
Last 30 games.
We already have some tall guys like
For assist return.
Forsberg, Weinberg. Um,
Salt Lake is
Yeah.
number 1 seed in the West Division playoff for the second year.
and the Shred score again, up by 4. Jason Dudabal with another goal from Jordan Kerr. Oh yeah, we don't have Will Selfridge this game, by the way, which is like one of the best young players in the whole entire league that we don't have today. And he didn't play last week against Colorado either. That's really, really scary for opposing teams. Man, we are looking great. We are peaking at the right time. Usually when we can't get over the hump is because we don't peak at the right time. New York beat us in that championship a couple years back because we didn't peak at the right time. We got upset by Seattle last year in the West Division Championship. Couldn't make the championship weekend. This year it's going to be really hard to upset the Shred in the West Division Championship. And they'll be in the West Division Championship because they get a first round. They get a first round bye. Quinn Finer with the spike. He's really mad, but because he knows that he's about to lose.
A little extra words there with Finer and Ashton as well.
Ben Ashton and Finer with some extra words. Finer's mad, but he's losing.
Finer was taking him out with that double plant and letting the energy.
Quinn Finer's just mad.
Go.
Quinn Finer didn't spike that because he scored. He spiked that because he's salty and mad. He knows that this isn't a rivalry anymore. Let's be honest. I know it's a 3-goal game. Like it's still technically a close game in Frisbee words, but you've beat us once since 2020. Like you swept us in 20. You beat us twice in 2022. You swept us in 2022. We swept you in 2023. We split last year, and we're about to sweep you this year. Like you beat us once since 2022. Like I'm sorry, we own you officially. We might own you now. Like, oh, you got lucky but you got that one lucky win last year. We would be 6-0 in the last 6 games against them if they didn't win. They barely won that game last year at home, upsetting us at home by 1 goal. We're just too good this year. You're like our little bros now, Colorado. I'm sorry. Hate to say it. But I'm gonna come out with a shred video after this. Kimball Pugh's going on the thumbnail. I think he was a big X factor in this game. And he's definitely going on the thumbnail for sure. With that layout, I'm gonna play some highlights of him. Talk about the upcoming playoffs for the Shred. One more game though left, of course. Or I'll do this. I'll do this on Monday. I'll do it on Monday actually. I'll do a video on Monday because this week of Frisbee's not over. I can recap the week 12 and everything. Nice throw from Ferris and the sum up score there. 18 seconds left.
Also, I feel like we have more data points of inconsistency.
Shred just needed a couple throws and they win.
Sterling, lengthy stretches of solid ultimate. And it's clear that against Salt Lake, you can't take 3 points off like this group did at the start of the second quarter. You can't take a quarter off. And so
Bro, this offense is elite.
knows how tight some of those. Albert Uwan still wins the Friday Night Prize for best facial expression in the UFA, but Tim Ferriss is probably number 2. If you haven't done so, go back and watch the Phoenix Glory game, but check out the how would you describe?
I gotta put a peace sign on the thumbnail again because we play Colorado. Have to do
the
it.
soul with no emotion in the most hilarious way.
Colorado, of course, without the big time player Alex Atkins, but Tony Mumuga, he owns them anyways.
That was just an incredible sequence. If you don't know what I'm talking about, pull it up on.
He might be out for the year. They might get Alex Atkins back for the playoffs, but we'll see. It looks like Colorado Summit might be ending up getting the 3 seed. They're gonna have to go to. They have to go to play the Spiders. They have to go beat the Spiders in Oakland, and I don't think they're going to because I think Oakland's way better than Colorado because they almost beat us at home in their home spot. It's hard to beat Oakland at home. We beat them twice at home in overtime. The last 2 years, we beat them overtime in their home place. Fun fact: the Shred have never lost to the Oakland Spiders.
It's gonna be a really cool test for.
So if you want a team, you want Spiders. You want the Spiders to beat Colorado in the 2-3 matchup, of course, to play you in the West Division Championship. Shred will host that in Salt Lake. Hopefully, I can find my way down there for that playoff game, and then if they win, then of course they go championship weekend, and that's all the way in Madison, so I won't be there. But I don't know if I'm going to be live for championship weekend because usually me and my friends have like a watch party, but we'll see. Shred get the job done. They get the 1 seed, and they have now won. How many games in a row have we won now? We lost the first game of the season by 1 goal to Atlanta Hustle without 5 of our main players. No Luke Jorgensen. No Will Selfridge in that game, I'm pretty sure. No Oscar Brown. No Grayson Ratberg. No Ben Ashton. Yeah, that's the 5th one. We didn't have 5 of our main guys out there. I think we played Atlanta. If we match up against Atlanta if we somehow match up against Atlanta in championship weekend, I think we can beat them, get revenge. But that's if they make it. They got the Soul in front of them. They have to win 2 playoff games because Soul got that 1 seed right now. But this is what the standings look like. Let me pause this actually. So in the hunt, the Phoenix are in the hunt in the East. Philadelphia Flyers in the hunt for the South.
Wow.
But the 3 teams for the West and the East are already decided. I think the West Division playoffs is already decided. Shred 1 seed, Spiders 2 seed, Colorado 3 seed. It looks like. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Because Colorado's 2 games up or 2 games below Spiders. We're 2 games up on Spiders. So yeah. So Shred 1 seed, Spiders 2 seed, Colorado 3 seed in the West. In the Central, is this decided yet? In the Central, Union already locked up the 1 seed, I think. So 2 seed, 3 seed depends on Minnesota Radicals, and I think they play each other next week. So that's going to decide 2 seed, 3 seed for the Central. East Division, Boston, I think, got 1 seed already because they won. DC, I think, might have locked up 2 seed. And then 3 seed will be decided between New York and Philadelphia next week. South Division, Austin Soul, I think they got the 1 seed. No, Austin Soul does not have the 1 seed locked up, so they have to win to lock up that, or Atlanta has to lose for them to make 1 seed. Atlanta got 2 seed pretty much locked up. They could get 1 seed if they win and Austin loses. They might play each other, I'm not sure. And then, of course, 3 seed there is Growlers, unless Flyers still have like 2 games left next week, and they could sneak up and get that 3 seed from Growlers. We'll see. But Shred to get the big time win. They sweep. Oh yeah. Not only do they sweep the Colorado Summit, but they sweep the West Division, and they do not lose any games to West Division opponents this year. They only lost to the Hustle, who are in the South Division. The first game of the season, they lost to the Hustle, but they swept the West Division. West Division is ours this year. It's running through Salt Lake this year. It's our division to lose. Hopefully, don't get upset in the West Division Championship again. Hopefully, Shred, they sweep Colorado. Goodbye, Colorado. They swept everybody else. They swept the Bighorns. They swept Seattle. They swept Spiders. They swept everybody. Oakland. Or Oregon, I mean. They swept everybody. And Shred, will be 1 seed. And they'll play next week. They'll play their last game of the regular season against the defending champions, the Minnesota Wind Chill. I'll be at that game. Unfortunately, I will not be alive for it, obviously, because I will be at the game. Maybe I'll go live at the game. We'll see. But yeah, Shred with a huge win. Thank you guys for watching this double header stream. We were live for the Jazz Summer League earlier, and now this stream. So thanks for watching. Before you leave, hit that like button. Helps out with the algorithm. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to Coleman Sports 23 and the Shredhead 66. Both those apps right there. We're on the road to 100 on the Shredhead 66. Road to 1,000 on Coleman Sports 23. It's been your favorite Ginger. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.